Many historical landmarks around the world still hide mysteries and secrets you might not even be able to imagine. But over the years, some research has uncovered intriguing clues and facts about these iconic sites. In this video, you'll discover some mind-blowing facts about these famous monuments that will leave you speechless. Eiffel Tower, France. In the past, people used the iconic Paris landmark to take their own lives. It's estimated that over 350 people climbed the tower to jump off. The government strengthened safety measures to protect the monument and prevent further tragedies. The most famous monument in Paris is painted in 3 shades, darker at the bottom and lighter at the top. Besides the tragic history of suicides, the Eiffel Tower was initially criticized by many Parisians who saw it as an eyesore. Today, it's one of the city's most beloved symbols, drawing millions of tourists every year. St. Peter's Basilica, Vatican. Built on the site where the Apostle Peter is believed to be buried, St. Peter's Basilica is one of the largest churches in the world, and its dome, designed by Michelangelo, is one of the most impressive architectural feats. St. Peter's Basilica was mainly funded by the sale of indulgences. Apparently, requests for forgiveness and salvation were big business back then. Statue of Liberty, United States. In addition to being a symbol of freedom and democracy, the Statue of Liberty was a gift from the people of France to the United States, and its construction involved technical challenges due to its colossal size and complex transportation. New York City's famous landmark wasn't always green. The statue was originally copper-colored bois but turned green over the years due to oxidation. Great Wall of China, China. One of the world's most iconic and ancient monuments also hides a dark secret. It's estimated that around 400,000 people who worked on the wall during its construction died and were buried in the area. The wall is known as the largest cemetery on Earth. Although the wall is famous for its length and military defense, it also served as a symbolic line that separated the Chinese Empire from the northern nomadic tribes, playing a crucial role in protecting Chinese culture and agricultural resources. Over the years, locals have been removing bricks from the Great Wall, using them for building materials and selling them to tourists. Mount Rushmore, United States. Carved by Gutzon Borglum, Mount Rushmore is not just a symbol of American history, but also a controversial site, as it sits on Lakota Native American land, with the Lakota seeing the monument as a violation of their territorial rights. The monument to the 4 American presidents carved into Mount Rushmore has a secret chamber behind Abraham Lincoln's hairline. Big Ben, England. For about 160 years, English 1-penny coins were stacked on the pendulum to keep the iconic London clock running on time. The famous Big Ben bell, which became synonymous with the clock, has a deep, distinct sound that can be heard from long distances. The tower was originally called Clock Tower, but was renamed Elizabeth Tower in 2012 to honor Queen Elizabeth II's Diamond Jubilee. Pyramids of Giza, Egypt. There are theories that say the 3 pyramids of Giza are precisely aligned with the constellation of Orion. This star constellation is associated with the Egyptian god of rebirth. Although the alignment of the pyramids with Orion is one of the most popular theories, other investigations suggest the positioning of the pyramids may also relate to astronomical and religious aspects tied to the afterlife. Bridge of Sighs, Italy. One of Venice's historic landmarks was built to transfer prisoners from the interrogation room to prison. The bridge got its name from the sighs prisoners would let out while crossing. The Bridge of Sighs, famous for its connection to prisoners' fate, has been restored several times. Despite its dark history, it offers a spectacular view of the Venetian Canal, making it a popular tourist attraction. Leaning Tower of Pisa, Italy. The Italian monument has been leaning since it was built in 1173. Due to being constructed from sand and clay, it didn't have enough stability, resulting in the unique tilt that has become its trademark. The reason the Leaning Tower started to lean during construction was the unstable soil it was built on. Recent stabilization work has been successful, and the monument continues to be one of the most iconic tourist attractions in the world. Westminster Abbey, England. Britain's largest church was covered in a dirty yellow patina due to dense pollution that hit London in 1952. It took 20 years of restoration for Westminster Abbey to get rid of this toxic layer. In addition to being the coronation site for British monarchs, Westminster Abbey is also home to the tombs of many historical figures, including poets like Geoffrey Chaucer and scientists like Isaac Newton. Angkor Wat, Cambodia. The now uninhabited and mysterious Angkor Wat was home to Buddhist monks and villagers for centuries. Today, it is one of the world's most visited wonders. Famous for its size and the beauty of its sculptures, Angkor Wat is a remarkable example of Khmer art and one of the largest religious temples in the world. It was originally dedicated to the god Vishnu but was later converted to Buddhism. When European colonizers discovered the temples in the 19th century, they didn't believe the Khmer people had built them. The 200 temples were arranged so that travelers could only see 3 at a time. Empire State Building, United States. Tourists can visit the top of the impressive New York monument, but it's said that the building ends on the 102nd floor. In reality, there's one more floor, the 103rd, where there's a small room with a balcony. Only VIPs and staff can go up there. Opened during the Great Depression, the Empire State Building became a symbol of hope and recovery. Its construction was one of the fastest in history, with 1,000 workers completing the building in just 14 months. Balbeck Lebanon. The ruins of the city were part of a temple complex. What's interesting is that the Romans didn't have the knowledge to move the stone blocks, which weighed tons. These stones can still be found at the base of the temple. It's likely that the Egyptians built the foundations of the Baalbek Temple. Some even believe that this monument may have been used as the foundation for the Tower of Babel. The Baalbek Temple is notable not only for its grandeur, but also for the massive stones supporting it, some weighing up to 800 tons. Roman engineers faced an unprecedented challenge with these stones. Bolshoy Zatsky Island, Russia. The Solovetsky Islands have spiral labyrinths that can make someone lose their way or end up in the same spot they started. Some researchers speculate that the spiral design was made for children to play. Besides the mysterious labyrinths, the Solovetsky Islands are rich in history, being an important monastic center in medieval Russia. Today, the site is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a tourist destination, despite its lingering enigmas. Dolman, Russia. On the mountain slopes, there are small houses made of flat stones. The facades have holes with cork stoppers. The stone slabs weigh tons and are so precisely aligned with each other that you can't even fit a sheet of paper between them. These stone structures, some over 4,000 years old, are a mystery of prehistoric architecture. They were possibly used for funeral rituals or as places of worship, and their precise construction continues to baffle scholars. Terracotta Army, China. The sculptures date back to around the late 3rd century BC. The statues were rediscovered in 1974 by local farmers in the Lintong district. These works include warriors, chariots, and horses. And the most surprising part? Every soldier has a different face. The terracotta warriors reflect the Qin Empire and were meant to protect Emperor Qin Shi Huang in the afterlife. The impressive number of figures, each with individual details, was buried with the emperor, who believed in a grand afterlife. Trinity House Lighthouse, Gibraltar. Legend has it that a lighthouse keeper disappeared, and bloodstains were found on the steps of the lighthouse. His remains were found 100 years later in the surrounding area. The lighthouse, besides being an important historical landmark for navigation in the Strait of Gibraltar, is also a point of interest for its mysterious stories, including the legend of the missing lighthouse keeper, which is still remembered by locals. Easter Island, Pacific Ocean. The big mystery of Easter Island, which belongs to Chile, lies in the 887 giant stone statues called moai scattered across the island. Their purpose and origins remain unknown. It is believed that the statues were created to honor important ancestors, hence the human head shapes. The moai statues of Easter Island are one of the largest engineering feats of ancient times, with some weighing over 80 tons. The mystery of how the Rapa Nui people moved these giant statues continues to fascinate archaeologists and tourists. El Ángel Caído, España. The monument depicting Lucifer falling from the sky is located in Madrid, and it's exactly 666 meters above sea level. Quite a symbolic number. Located in Retiro Park in Madrid, El Ángel Caído is one of the few public statues in the world that portrays Lucifer. The sculpture is a symbol of mysticism and Baroque art, and its location at sea level adds to its mystery. Great Sphinx of Giza, Egypt. The Great Sphinx had different hues. Archaeologists believe the monument's face was originally red, while the body was yellow and blue. The Great Sphinx of Giza was buried up to its neck in sand around 1400 BC and wasn't excavated until between 1925 and 1936. The Sphinx is remarkable not only for its enigmatic form, but also for the sheer size of its body, sculpted directly into the rock. With a history dating back more than 4,500 years, it remains one of the world's greatest archaeological mysteries. Washington National Cathedral, United States. One of the most intriguing details about the Washington National Cathedral is, in fact, Darth Vader, the winner of a National Geographic contest, had their design included and sculpted into the monument. In addition to the Darth Vader sculpture, the Washington National Cathedral is famous for its Gothic architecture and being the site of important religious and political events, including the funerals of presidents and international leaders. Petra, Jordan. Petra and its monumental temples, which were also the setting for the 2009 TV series Living the Life, are hidden 900 meters above sea level. To this day, it's unclear how the sculptors built the ancient city without scaffolding. Petra, once the capital of the Nabateans, is carved into pink sandstone cliffs, giving it a unique color and stunning beauty. The incredible facades of tombs and temples attract tourists and scholars from all over the world. New Graange, Ireland. During archaeological excavations, a prehistoric round tomb was discovered, older even than the pyramids of Egypt. Built more than 5,000 years ago, New Graange is a prehistoric tomb that served as a solar observatory. During the winter solstice, sunlight enters the tomb in a spectacular manner, illuminating its interior with a unique phenomenon. Sakaian, Peru. Sakaian is a walled city built more than 3,600 meters above sea level. The mystery lies in its perfect construction. The blocks are so precisely fitted that not even a sheet of paper can fit between them. The stones of Sakaian are known for their perfectly adjusted layout, with no mortar used. The site is considered an impressive example of Inca engineering skills, and its purpose remains partially unknown. Stonehenge, England. Some believe the archaeological complex was a cemetery before the larger stones were added to the monument. This is because 56 tombs containing the cremated remains of at least 64 people who lived during the Neolithic period were found at the site. Regarded as one of the greatest archaeological mysteries in the world, Stonehenge is often associated with religious rituals. The alignment of the stones with the summer and winter solstices suggests a connection to astrological and spiritual practices from prehistory. Taj Mahal, India. The Grand Indian Temple is actually a tomb built by Emperor Shah Jahan in memory of his deceased wife, Arjuman Bano Begum, who died giving birth to their 14th child. The Taj Mahal, beyond being a monument to love, is an engineering marvel. Its construction took over 20 years and involved thousands of workers, including artisans, stonemasons, and architects, all working to create a mausoleum worthy of an emperor. Abu Simbel Temples, Egypt. In the 1960s, the ancient temples of this archaeological complex were relocated to higher ground to prevent them from being submerged by the waters of the Nile. This was necessary to protect the historic sites from flooding when Lake Nasser, an artificial reservoir, was created. The relocation of the Abu Simbel temples was one of the greatest engineering feats of the 20th century. Each stone block was numbered and transported to a new location to preserve the monument from the flooding caused by the construction of the Aswan Dam. Tikal, Guatemala. These pyramids are known as the City of Voices. There are many theories about their real purpose. Religious buildings, research centers, or cemeteries are the most common among historians. Tikal, one of the most powerful cities of the Mayan civilization, is made up of towering pyramids and ceremonial plazas. Its decline remains a mystery, with some theories suggesting climate change or internal conflicts as the main causes. Timbuktu, Mali. The city was founded around 1100 AD with the intent to serve as a market due to its proximity to the Niger River. Caravans brought salt from the Sahara mines to trade for gold, and slaves brought from the south. By 1330, it was part of the powerful Mali Empire. Timbuktu was an important center of trade and learning, especially during the Mali Empire. Its libraries and manuscripts, which include academic and religious texts, are considered valuable historical treasures. Gate of the Sun, Bolivia. The beautiful rock portal is made from a single massive block weighing about 13 tons. It's believed that in the past the gate was part of a larger structure, possibly located over the Acapana Pyramid, where several pieces made from the same material as the gate can be found. The Gate of the Sun is one of the landmarks of the Tiwanaku civilization, and its mysteries remain unsolved. The structure, with its impressive construction precision, is linked to astronomical observation and the sun worship of Andean peoples. Romanian Athenaeum, Romania. The landmark in Bucharest has a circular shape because it was built on the site of an ancient circus. The Romanian Athenaeum is a remarkable example of neoclassical architecture, with an impressive dome that dominates the city of Bucharest. Besides being an important cultural center, it is famous for its exceptional acoustics, which attract renowned musicians and artists. Largo di Torre Argentina, Italy. The square in Rome where Julius Caesar was assassinated is now a sanctuary for cats. The square is home to over 100 stray felines. Despite being the site where Julius Caesar was assassinated, Largo di Torre Argentina is best known as a refuge for cats. The square has become a sanctuary for felines, adding a quirky touch to this historical location. Itsukushima, Japan. Itsukushima is a sacred place. To maintain its purity since 1878, no deaths or births are allowed there. Located on Miyajima Island, the floating torii of Itsukushima is one of Japan's most iconic symbols. Beyond its beauty, the shrine is a perfect example of how architecture and nature can harmoniously merge. London Bridge, United States. The original London Bridge was slowly sinking into the River Thames, so in 1967 it was sold to an American businessman. The structure was moved to Lake Havasu City, Arizona. When the original bridge was bought and relocated to Arizona, it was reassembled over Lake Havasu, where it became a symbol of the city. Its purchase sparked great curiosity and still attracts tourists who visit the replica of the famous structure. Behind every monument, there's more than just stone and history, and there are mysteries, symbolism, and even some dark secrets. If you thought these facts were wild, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss what's coming next.